Hi, I'm here with Lady Saints head volleyball coach Geno Frugoli. Team is coming off a really nice win on Monday against Dodge City. Team is in a really big stretch right now. They played three of the 4 games on the road, and then they actually play 6 games in 14 days. Coach, talk about this stretch coming up.
It's a tough stretch because we have to play a lot of games in a row, but if you want to go to tournaments early on in the year, we kind of got a schedule where we play 3 times a week. It's just the way it's set up. So mentally, we have to be ready just to come out each and every night, and that could be a challenge when you're have a short time to prepare and turn around, and you're playing someone so often.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk a little bit about the team bouncing back. You guys played on Saturday against Hutch. It was pretty, I guess, from a fan point of view, it's pretty ugly out of it. They swept you, but you guys came back against Dodge and bounced back really nicely. What was the differences in the 2 games?
It seems like every year you have one match where just the team doesn't feel it or things aren't going right. Last year it was Cloud. This year it was definitely Hutch. And I don't know if it was the earlier start. We started at 2 when we normally play at 6, and so we had to travel really early. But there's no excuses. Hutch played really good. They were ready for us. We weren't ready for them. And so I think we bounced back nicely, though, last night. We played at a really high level, and we played really well for the first 2 matches, which was a nice long streak. So I really like that before we tanked a little bit in the 3rd game. And then we bounced back really quick. So I think mentally for this team last night was a step forward.
Okay. Team goes, and you're back at home for a game tomorrow at the Greenhouse. You play Garden City. They played you tough out over there. It's awesome that they had some nice size against you guys and had blocks, and they sort of kind of came after you in the 2nd set of that game, and then you sort of figured it out. Talk a little bit about Garden City coming in. What do you expect?
Well, the JL Conference is always tough. This year's no exception. I feel Dodge City last night was bigger than us. Mm-hmm. Garden City's taller and bigger than us, and I thought we had a pretty tall team. So we were talking about that today. So I feel like every night you just got to bring your best. The whole conference is getting so much tougher. And as far as Garden, we have a lot of respect for Coach Hiltz and what he does there. I've known him for many, many years. I know he really wants to beat us, just like Dodge, so we always get their best. Sometimes I'll look at tape at some of these schools and I'll be like, oh, they don't look so tough, and then they play us, and it's really tough. So I expect a really tough matchup again. Last time, their coach got a red card. It was that kind of game. So I teased him about that, but he'll come in and he'll challenge his girls, and they're going to want to scrap and fight. So we're going to have to defend home court. So I'm just expecting a really good, tough game.
And let's talk about one more thing. One of your best players, Sarah Cruz, was actually injured for a little bit. And we actually got a pretty big scare, but it really wasn't as bad as we thought it was. But you've been sort of bringing her back in kind of slowly. She actually played a week ago. And now, where do you think she is right now?
It's interesting because we did get a scare. She had a knee issue, and we didn't know how bad it was, and it turned out that we could rehab it and get her back. And so we've been slowly integrating her, and last night was her first significant action, and she played incredible. I thought it was a really good night for her. So we're going to see if she can continue to string some games together. It's really the whole thing with our team is we have to just string together good sets, good matches, longer strings of good play. And so we're really focusing on that mentally, just not to have those big letdowns or lose those matches, those games like we did last Saturday by 10 points. We can't have those performances. So just mentally trying to get together as a group and trying to figure out how, when we're playing bad, we nip it in the butt.
Okay. Well, again, team plays at the Greenhouse tomorrow at 6:30 against Garden City. Again, we're looking for a great crowd. You've got to be pretty impressed with the crowd so far this year.
Oh, the community support has been great. The home crowds have been awesome. I think we have a home advantage here. We're working hard to try to get a home advantage throughout. If we can host the conference tournament, that kind of thing. So keep coming out. Also tomorrow night we're going to be raising money for Florida Southwestern and the storms that hit in Florida and stuff. And so we always like to help out fellow teams and stuff if we can. So that will be going on as well. And I think we bought some new socks for the girls, so there'll be something new there that people will be like, whoa, look at those big pink socks or whatever. And so just stuff like that. There'll be a lot going on, a lot of fun. It always is a lot of fun in the greenhouse, so come on out.
All right, Coach, again, they'll be at 6:30 p.m. at the greenhouse against Guard. Come on out. Coach, thanks a lot for your time.
Hey, thanks.